Just got up. That's right. Very kind indeed. Because you know sometimes how you just need those nice little sounds just to get you up nice and quietly. Something like that's it. That's what gets you going. That's what gets you going, doesn't it? You hear about that? You know you got to put a coffee on. You know it's time to listen to the Cafe Clairvoyance show. And let's start rocking and let's do some of this. Well, life's an interesting one, isn't it? And especially folks, we may have gone through this particular week. Sometimes feeling here, what's going on? Why is the world going crazy? Is it me? Is it you? No, it's maybe it's out there. But we're going to find out today as we talk to the wonderful Guiomar Ramirez Montesinos. She always says here, you don't pronounce my name right. And yes, it's my Spanglish version, so hopefully you guys understand that. Yes, Spanglish. Anyway, Cafe Clairvoyance producer says, hello. Lovely to see you. And what else I've got to tell you guys? Well, probably loads of things. But in the meantime, though, we want to help you out this week especially, because you say the energy is a little bit nutty. Do you want to? Yeah, you agree? You agree? Okay. Well, I think by no end here, no means, let's go and get hold of the wonderful astrologer and everyone else here, and let's talk to Guiomar. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. You didn't do the doorbell thingy.
Hang on. Yes, because the door was open. That's it. That's a new. I didn't realise I had that one. Oh, I just found it. That's the new one that's going to come on now.
No.
You like the ding dong one? You like the ding dong?
Yeah, that one's better.
That one's better, the ding dong one. Good morning, Susanna. Lovely to see you. And good morning to everyone else who's joining us live, wherever you are around this long globe. And so we are in this particular phase at the moment where I think a lot of people are feeling a bit like a bit wacky. So what's sort of going on out there that people are finding this particular time to be particularly challenging? Is it going to end? Well, is there an end in sight? Is all the stuff people are saying, is it true? Is it not?
Is it going to end? Of course it is. The world will end and we will all die and the earth will obliterate into nothingness. What do you mean it's going to end?
The world's going to end. That's what we wanted to hear. Thank God it's going to end. I can't put up with this stuff anymore.
Now that we got that out of the way, let's get look, life is evolution. Everything starts and ends all the time.
Yes, and it's an ongoing process.
Like asking if things is this going to end is like is asking like, am I going to eat? Am I going to poop? Yes, you're going to eat and poop.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That is so nice. Isn't that nice? Just to know that we ought to give. Yes, let's give a little bit of a.
Life is change. The thing is, we don't know how to sustain change. No. We don't know how to adapt to change. No. And the only way that we've evolved to adapt to change easier through social connection, but right now social connection is diminished. So we have to really try and connect socially in a different way, which in truth, for me, it's a more authentic way. So we just have to change the way we thought we socially connected up until now.
Yes,
because social connection is having your loved ones next to you and looking at you and okay, I've got them and you have to behave the way I think you have to behave so I feel secure. And that's not really true. That is connecting but not really trusting the people you're with. So you need them to be the way you think you need them to be so you can feel secure. So that means that they don't make you feel secure. And that just totally annihilates the purpose of the evolution of mammals, which is learning that through voice, through facial cues, you connect with others. And through that real and true connection, you feel safe because you feel connected to others.
Yes.
So the safety
Yes.
comes from heart-centered connection and from being able to see facial expressions and modulation of the voice.
Mm.
So we're not really we haven't been relating to others that way. We've been relating to others in very fixed roles, and that's what's just being, coming down and falling down into pieces. Um, and I think, I mean, all this Aquarius energy is really asking us to truly connect to others, to truly open to relationships.
Oh yes.
Um,
Yes.
and this Mercury retrograde, which is wreaking havoc like never before, like it's Mercury retrograde on steroids because one, it's in an air sign like Aquarius, which I mean, Mercury and Gemini are very, very adaptable. So being in Aquarius, it makes it even crazier.
It gives it
And
more fuel, doesn't it? More and more
it's
fuel.
more places to play. It's like, woohoo, let's
Yes.
go. This is
That's great podcast.
so if that weren't enough, we got Jupiter conjunct Mercury retrograde in Aquarius, which is like putting all that stuff into on steroids.
Yes,
So
it
it's like,
makes it big, gives it more fuel, doesn't it?
it
Yes,
doesn't matter what you do, it's all gonna go haywire.
so it was interesting actually, and loads of people I think been handling this though quite well. I've been talking to everyone, and even a course I was doing last night on cartomancy. I say to everybody, so one of the ways I say to people, one of the ways of doing it is just letting be, and they went yes, yes. They just let all the chaos go on and just be. Don't go overreactive to it because it's in a sense, all right, it's real because it's happening, but the energy is this is on steroids, and you just gotta let it be, just ride through. I could complain about this and moan about that, but yeah, what's it gonna do? It's gonna do probably not very much, not very much. So this energy at the moment is yes, let things be. It's interesting, interesting, and I think as well here, facial expressions. You say about communication and non-verbal communication is a huge thing, isn't it? And how we
Yes.
are adapting to live with each other when normally at 9 o'clock in the morning, your other half or wherever it is has shot off and gone off to work somewhere, and it doesn't come home till evening. It's almost like by 12, you're going, you're still here. Yes. What should we talk about now? We talk about everything. Yes, shall we? I'd imagine communication is changing completely.
Yeah, but we have to communicate. The situation is asking us to communicate more truthfully
Yes.
because we've
Yes.
been communicated very mentally, very like from I think I have to tell you this and I have to tell you that and you have to do this for me and you have to do that. So there's no true communication in that. It's just mind from, you're making things up in your mind and you want things to be a certain way, but that's not heartfelt or heart-centered connection to others.
I listened to a lovely song by Neil Diamond the other day, and I thought this is it. This is it.
I love
So
Neil Diamond.
you love Neil Diamond, yes, but isn't it
Yeah,
nice?
listen, he was one of my two favorite singers when I was a kid. I
Yeah.
was a weird kid.
Yes. Weird kid.
It's kind of like an adult.
No other things to add to that at all. With the crowd goes silent. I think yeah, one of his
What's the song? What's the
right.
song that you?
Okay, the song is I can't remember the song, but the lyrics in it is especially in this Aquarian era, and I come on to Sonia in just a moment. She's left a nice comment on there, and it's not about you, it's not about me, it's all about we. And
Yeah.
I forget the name of the song, but it's a lovely song, just a nice little love song that just potters along. It's all about you, it's not about me, it's all about we. And I thought it was really, really nice. It was very catchy for the Aquarian era we're going through, especially Venus in Aquarius. Very friendly
Yes.
here, and a lot of Venus Aquarian people love friends. Me, I'm one of that gang. One of that gang. Have you got Venus in
I,
Aquarius?
I have Venus in Aquarius.
And you're a friendly little character as well, aren't you? You're a friendly little bunny.
Yeah, and it only has one aspect, and it goes to the moon, and my moon is conjunct Mercury, so I'm very nice.
You are very nice. That's nice to know. Yes. Anyway, right. Should we get on? Okay.
Mine,
Son.
mine Mind the sun in Capricorn and the Scorpio rising. That doesn't
Yeah,
exist.
don't worry about those two. Just ignore those two. Just focus on Venus Aquarius, which is very nice. And often here, I drive people crazy because people say, I'm moaning about this and I'm moaning about that. They say, well, Venus Aquarius is great. Saying, well, what about, have you thought about the other side? Thought about the other side, thought about the balance, where people are coming from. Don't tell me where people are coming from. Anyway, so people go, yeah, you always say that. You always put it into perspective. And Venus and Aquarius has a great way of putting things into perspective. And we are now going through an era where, guys, let's try and put things into perspective. And as Sonia says, I'm Aquarian, and this is exactly what I'm doing, letting it be. Let it be.
Is it? Was it Sweet Caroline?
No.
No.
No. I'll find a song and I'll let you know. And I'll put it up there for next week. No, Sweet Caroline doesn't say that. That's a bit raunchy, that one. This one is a nice, gentle love song. It just is three lines in it. I thought it was really nice. Really nice. Right. Okay, let's have a look here. So we've got Lisa Morgan say good morning. We've got, yes, you see Sonia there saying hers there. Winter Rose puts hearts on hearts on hearts on hearts. And this is a lady of much communication we're about to bring up now. You'll notice this. Emma Parslow just says, yep. A lady of abundant communication. Yep.
I found the name of the song. It's called We.
We. That's it. We. That's it. That's it. Yes.
Neil
So,
Diamond. Oh, I like. I'll listen to it afterwards.
yes. Yes. He did a live concert in Los Angeles, which is about 3 or 4 years ago. And it was just nice. It brings back good memories of driving long distance because it's a great long album, and you got good old Neil Diamond there, and yeah, you're just driving away, rocking away to the sound. That's good. Also, it just shows your age as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
It does. Never mind. Anyway, there we go. Right. Okay. So we've got Mercury, which is about to end its retrograde, but it's just gone behind Jupiter, isn't it? So then it's going to go behind it. Then it's going to put the brakes on, and then it's going to start to go forwards again and realign with Jupiter. So would we suggest this is double crazy, or is there another message here?
It's going to be crazy, yeah. And keep in mind that the sun has just gone into mystical Pisces.
Yes.
So Pisces, I mean, the nice side of Pisces is its ability to organize, its mysticism, its dreaminess, but it can also be very confusing and treacherous. So it's like, what's going on? Like you right now, you said, I got this prepared. Where is it? It's disappeared. It's, what's going on? It's like, don't even bother. Don't even bother. It's
Yes,
just
I had this nice video all connected of everybody grounding, and this morning it did not want to upload. So I'm going to have to go back into it later on and go and see why it was doing.
seriously. Do you think, like Pisces and Mercury retrograde in Aquarius with Jupiter, do you think they want to ground?
No, that isn't grounding at the minute. It just says, no, I'm not having any of it.
And do you think the moon conjuncting Uranus and Taurus, do you think that moon wants to ground?
Nope. Nope.
Nope.
None of it wants to ground. Everything wants to be chaotic.
Yes. So the best thing we can do is slow down.
Yeah. Slow down. Take it nice and slow.
You're so bad.
Anyway, right.
Guys, in case you don't know, it's his Sean Connery. What do you call this? What do you call it when you try to imitate somebody?
Imitation. No, I like to do Roger Moore.
And so Roger Moore.
Yeah, certainly. It's very nice to speak to you this morning. Thank you. Thank you for joining us, young Guiomar. Fabulous. Anyway, Sherry Nichols says, hi. I've been doing my body pump class. Body pump class. That sounds interesting. Now, gonna enjoy the show with a coffee. Now, Sherry, can we have a little word here, young lady? And that is next time you do your body pump class, we need a little short video, even if it's 15 seconds. Just put it together because we're doing grounding at the moment. I mean, this grounding we need to do this. We need to do this because we go through this Uranus Taurus thing, and these aspects are hanging around for a little while. So it's always good to ground. So if you could send us in, young Cherry, about 15-20 seconds of you doing your body pump class. I mean, this sounds awesome. It's like you're going to get bigger. Sorry.
No, it's a good. It's nice to do body pump in the sense that it can be aerobic if you
Okay.
do it. I think aerobic, and you fortify your body, which is good.
Yes.
Um, did you realize that the pronunciation of the planet after Saturn has changed in the last like decade or so? Because like before, it used to be called Uranus, and now it's called Uranus.
Yes.
I wonder why.
Someone had got the arse there, didn't they?
That this political correctness is just silly.
I was teaching a class, and Deborah would confirm this here. Um, right, okay. Sherry says, "No way, ha ha! Fall off your seats laughing." I tried to send video grounding, but it wouldn't send. It was too long. Yes, you just need 15 or 20 seconds, not an hour.
No, you have to send it via WeTransfer.
Yeah, or WeTransfer, yes, or if you've got
You only,
Dropbox or
you
something
only
like
send
that.
like 20 megas via email.
Yes, yes. You don't need to send it HD. Just send it like 720 pixel. That'd be
No, no,
great.
but via WeTransfer because via email it's 20 megas and a short video is like 200 megas.
Yeah,
So you got to
yeah.
send it via WeTransfer.
Yes, yes. Probably had the same problems, and I am producing the show. Yes, so that's the same problem, same old problems. Yes, but I was doing an astrology show. I was doing this astrology workshop in England, and I was talking because about a particular star chart, and had a particular lady who was having a few problems, and I said I said it too quickly, and I got the initial first letter wrong because her Venus was very close to a Uranus and the V didn't come out V. So everyone looked up and said, "We thought there was maybe that's your issue." Dear, oh dear, oh dear, dear, oh dear, oh dear. Nothing like knocking on the wrong door.
Those
Anyway, right.
planets.
Yes, 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 yes. Yes, there she said. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, for the transits of Venus, not joking, the whole room erupted. It did. Transit of Venus was too close to a Uranus. Dear oh dear, yes. And I ignored it. I realised what I said, ignored it, and just carried on. And everybody just looked around, and I said, "What did I say? I didn't say anything." There you go. There you go. Anyway, so okay, let's
So
bring this up.
right now,
Sorry.
right now, with the energies that we have, if you try to force something to happen,
How's that? You all right?
you got to move out of the way. Yeah.
Happy now?
If you want to force something to happen, it won't.
That's right.
Okay. Jupiter on steroids, it's like really gonna augment. As soon as you push it, it's gonna push back and it's gonna increase the retrogradedness and craziness of this Mercury retrograde.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Saturn Mars. So Saturn Mars is also saying like if you force things, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
And all the stuff going on in Taurus and stuff like that, it's very like that. So it's
Yes.
like you can't really force things and you can't stay stuck in things for too long. It's best to just like I don't know, you know how when you touch something that is very warm and you go
Yes.
it's that kind of movement. So if I'm trying to portray at the same time how you should the kind of energy that you should embody
Okay.
to be able to surf through this, which is a very calm energy.
Okay.
It's almost like a fairy type in the sense of like if something just gets stuck or won't move or won't go in a certain direction, just don't even bother, just go,
just back off out of it. Back off out of it. Losing sound a bit. If you're losing sound a bit, do apologise. Hopefully it all comes back on. It's just one of those.
Sound. That's Mercury retrograde, not my fault. So
yes,
bear with it.
I love that excuse. Everything is just like I'll be in the government saying, "Why is the world going chaos?" Don't worry. Don't focus on the government. It's just Mercury retrograde, guys. That's it.
Normally I don't use Mercury retrograde as an excuse because I'm all for just being Mercury retrograde, just incarnating and taking things like slower and think more about things. But this Mercury retrograde is so strong and so obvious that it's very difficult to adapt to it. So it's just accept it. accept that it's creating a bit of havoc, and don't try and force and push things because they're not going to happen. Okay. So,
Mm.
and I was thinking of also, so you get the sense of the energy. It's like it wouldn't be a good moment energetically to stir fry something, because then you're putting more of that fiery, quick energy into your body if you stir fry, and that would increase the craziness. So you really,
I'll inform the head chef.
you would like to prepare something slow, something soft, maybe bake something. I think baking would be a good thing with this energy, because it's nice, it's slow, it's it's something that you can taste, that you can go like, this is so yummy, so you
Mm.
want things that are very Taurian, very tactile, for that moon to really just indulge in those things and not get scared when Uranus comes along.
That's interesting about astrology and food and things like that. I study a lot of that at the moment, medical astrology and food and diets and herbs and the right herbs and the right ingredients to eat. Yes, this morning I had a lovely porridge with chopped banana in
Nice.
with
Perfect.
yeah turmeric and black pepper and just that lovely stuff. It just makes you feel good.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
that's what you want to go for now. Anything
Mm.
that makes you feel good, like that, anything that is like slow, it's mushy, or something that you eat slowly. That's it. I'm trying to just be in the vibe of the energies that we need
Mm.
right now. So anything that's fast, no. Anything that's pushy, no.
Take it nice and slow. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to go and get your oats.
It's like, I don't know, be like a bee, be like a bear, just be.
Yes, yes. I used to say it to people. Say it to people. If you want to be, you want to be strong and mean, be a bear. You want to be a mean bear, be a grizzly.
No, no, not that kind of bear. You want to
I
be
know.
like a
Yes.
just a I'm thinking more of a natural type of bear, a bear that just
Is the bear like in the Jungle Book?
like, no. Well,
Uh,
yeah,
is it
he's a nice
Baloo?
bear. I'm
Baloo the
thinking
bear.
about
Yeah.
Winnie the Pooh. I'm thinking about Winnie the Pooh.
Okay. All right.
Very philosophical bear. Just
Yes.
a bear that accepts. And I'm thinking about the page of Pentacles in a tarot deck I have.
Yes.
The spacious tarot.
Okay.
So it's like he's just a little teddy bear, like a little tiny bear, just holding a pentacle and just sitting in a field of flowers and looking at everything. It's that kind of thing, no?
Okay. Yep. Lucy Hinks says, "Is this why I can't stop eating chocolates?" That's a good excuse, but no, 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 no.
Yes, but no, no, but yes. So if you can't stop eating chocolate, you're looking for this energy, but you're still agitated because of this Mercury retrograde in Aquarius with Jupiter. So, and all the Uranus thing going on in Taurus. So what you really want to connect with is the fact that you're still anxious in spite of the chocolate. So maybe you want to make something that takes more time to make, like a cake or whatever, that has your chocolate, but you take the time to bake it, you take the time to prepare
Oh,
it,
yes.
and prepare a nice cup of tea or coffee or whatever you want. And I think coffee would be the best idea unless it's decaf, but anyway, something that you prepare with time, that it takes time to prepare. So you want to indulge in all of that too,
Oh,
and just really feel it. Yeah, exactly. I want to be
just
boring.
like Medusa, I feel the same. I can quite easily go back to bed.
That's the energy you want to connect with to be able to
Yes.
navigate this better.
Yes, I think in the meantime, though, just before we go back to bed, we're all piling round Lucy Hinks's house because she's making a vegan cake, vegan chocolate cake with a cup of tea. That
Does
would be
this make
lovely.
sense, guys? Does this make sense to you? So if you want to really like get into this energy that I'm trying to embody now, does that feel this energy, and then try to connect with like how you were feeling before? And
Mm-hmm.
does this energy help? Like, think about it or feel it.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Right. Okay, Lucy, let's have a look,
I
Lucy.
feel
No, we
issues.
didn't see your hello
Mercury
message earlier on.
retrograde issues.
No, 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 it probably didn't come through. No. Yes, yeah, come on round. Yeah, come on round, she says. Yeah, don't worry about messages that get through initially. They start to come through now. When we started off the show here, it looked like the Guiomar were just talking to ourselves rather than anybody else joining us. But eventually, blah, suddenly you all erupted and came on, so that was good. Yeah, so these are just the funny energies at the moment, guys. Why we're feeling a little bit peculiar, but don't worry. Just sit back. Just sit back. All you need.
Just
All you need. I'm just gonna. Have you got a nice coffee there?
and no, I finished my coffee, got my water.
Okay, I'm just going to top up. I was going to top that up for you. Just there you go. Just relax. Is that nice?
Thank you.
You're very welcome. It's one of those days. It is, isn't it? Right.
Actually, it's
Oh,
a good
dear.
day to have.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we've got someone who's just come on, and basically just ignore them. Just ignore them. Oh,
Again?
Moby, yeah, just ignore them. Then we'll block.
You know how to delete them, don't you?
I can't do it on my end because the way the platform I'm using isn't connected to Facebook. But you just click on them and ping, gone. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Right. So
It's also, I was just about to say, it's also a good day, good configuration to have. It's not my thing, but to have extraterrestrials visiting, for example. That's the kind of energies that we have.
yes, we do. Like, oh, come on in, coffee. Or would you like some of Lucy's vegan chocolate cake? I bet a extraterrestrial would love one of them. Okay, let's have a look now. Yes, yeah. Just Lucy, just ignore the message there. We can see all this. We know what's going on. Okay, right. I'm gonna put this on and see if this works. But this is we'll put this on next week, but let's see if it works. Oh no, I can't put this on because the music. Is the music on yours? Is it copyrighted?
Sorry, I'm just.
You're riding your bike. When you're riding your bike, is the music copyrighted or is it free?
It belongs to Quick. It's a GoPro app, and you can use the music.
I can use the music. Okay. All right then. Here's Guiomar doing some grounding. That worked well. That did. That worked very, very well. Good. Juicer says, "Beam me up now."
Yeah, I blocked the, so you can always block the comments on people, and you just right click and then you can choose
Block
the, like,
as they come
spam,
up.
denounce it as spam or whatever, block
Yeah,
it.
I think he's gone now anyway. Right. Okay. Yes. Just ignore this completely, Lucy. We see there, and Deborah says here, Lucy, I have had trouble picking up messages now a week. I constantly advertise Cafe Clairvoyance spiritual shows, dates and times, so people could let me know if they are seeing the post. Cafe Clairvoyance page, Cafe Clairvoyance group. So we are advertising out. This is one of those things. And just annoyingly, when you're working on some social media platforms, is you type something out and it uploads, but then you can't see it. But then you go onto a separate device and it's there. Thinking, this is nuts. Oh, dear.
Yeah, but remember, that usually happens. But the thing is, Mercury retrograde can also teach us to deal with these things.
Yes.
Which is basically just accept it.
Yeah.
You know,
yes.
Why, if you frustrate yourself, it's only because there's frustration inside you. Every single event in your external life is just there to make evident emotions that are inside you. So it's not things making you angry or sad or frustrated or whatever. It's that you have those emotions inside you and have always had it inside you, and you have to release it to connect to a higher version of you. You
Yes.
can't have those emotions inside your body if you
Indeed.
want to be your highest version and be able to align with your purpose.
Indeed.
And
I do agree.
be able to align to the people that are going to help you co-create that purpose.
Yeah.
So we need to understand that when we feel these things, we just acknowledge these emotions and go, oh, that's interesting. I'm getting frustrated. Cool. I'm going to let go of this frustration. I'm not going to believe it. And I put my focus somewhere else.
Put your focus somewhere else. That's a good idea, isn't it? Focus on other things. Even if there's a lot of noise around you, whatever, just focus. And that's a lot what people are
No, but
saying.
listen, Phil. Wait, 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 wait.
Wait, wait,
But we
wait, wait,
can't,
wait.
we have to acknowledge the feeling that it's making us feel. It's not like, I don't want to feel that. I want to focus somewhere else. No, no, no. It's about, oh, how interesting. This situation is making me feel this. Do I want to feel like this? No, this is old. I want to let go of it. So you intend to let go of that emotion and then you focus on something else.
Absolutely.
You're not denying what you're feeling.
Yeah, yeah.
You're taking advantage of the chaotic external situation to make evident these emotions, these feelings that are inside you that you were blind to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think it's bringing these things out to recognize this is what's going on inside you and it's something for you to work on and deal with. It's just yes, I agree with you.
Hmm.
In the meantime, let's go do a bit of this. We've got a few people here who want readings this morning. We'll be coming on to you very, very shortly. Deborah says here, Cavic Clairvoyance do not ever solicit readings. We do not ask people for readings. Unfortunately, we are using our own social media platform, so scammers will try and prey on people. So basically, just right click and bye bye.
Yeah.
Good. Right. Okay. Now, one else to say here, Mercury, which has gone retrograde, now it's about to stop and go direct. What's the positive message of Mercury and Jupiter? Because if it starts going forwards, I tend to think the energies then are more um, they come into different energy. We're going from a reverse energy, well, apparent reverse energy, to a forward energy. What's the positive message we think we can give there?
Well, Mercury direct. Well, first it'll be stationary, and then it'll go direct. So it'll be stationary in on Sunday, I think it is, and then it goes direct. So it can be with Jupiter, it might be even worse than Mercury retrograde in the sense is that everything just accelerates really fast and people may be too chatty and talk too much and everybody overrunning everybody else. Um, so the positive thing would be to really put a focus on how you connect to others, how you establish social connections, even in
Yeah,
lockdown. So it could
yeah.
be just like Zoom calls or FaceTime or whatever it is that you use, or Skype. How do you connect to others? How do you relate to others? What kind of connections make you feel good? What kind of connections don't make you feel good?
That's
And keep in mind.
yes, and I think whilst Mercury's almost going through that stationary phase, I think you got the opportunity there to really take things in and feel what it is you want and what you don't want, and you don't have to respond to other people because they want you to respond. It's about doing what you feel yourself is right, and I agree with that. I agree with that. I think Mercury in this particular sign is very humanitarian, very caring. Venus there bobbing along too. But I agree with you. I think we need to have that. What about me? That bit about me. What it is that makes us connect with people even better. And yes, so it's there are the positives, and I think it's about acknowledging what it is that makes us feel right and good, rather than feeling
Yes,
that we're
yeah,
defensive or we feel awkward or we feel difficult with things. No, it's about saying this
yeah,
is it and that's it.
totally. See, the you know the polyvagal theory.
Go on.
It's very interesting. Polyvagal theory. So polyvagal theory explains like says there's two sides to our nervous system and to our reactions against events that are potentially traumatic. So one is I said before like fight or flight
Yep.
is one reaction. The other reaction is just to freeze, to fawn.
Yes.
Okay. So when you freeze fawn, it's like when your bowel you let go of your bowels just let go of everything because you don't want to invest any energy in anything that is not strictly for survival.
Yep.
And metabolizing food takes up a lot of reaction. So this is why it's a stress response. It dissociates you a lot, and it's very very common in modern society, which is why so many people have things like irritable bowel.
Yes.
Irritable bowel is a symptom of a chronic fawning stress
Yes,
response.
absolutely. Absolutely.
It
Yes.
makes you very disempowered, subservient, and low self-esteem.
Okay.
Okay, it's like the lowest you can go, right? Then fighting or fleeing is movement, and movement is a bit of a better way to deal with stress response. But still, if you have either of these symptoms, like if you're a people pleaser that just stays passively and relates passively to people, or if you're all the time on the move and working, 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 in both cases, you are working under a stress response instead of really connecting to people,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
basically what was happening before lockdown. So
Yeah.
lockdown has allowed us to quiet down, to start connecting with ourselves and with others from a different perspective and not from defensiveness. And those people who have discovered that the way they were interacting with, for example, their spouse, was based on defensiveness, so many people have broken up marriages during lockdown because of this. Because it's not an honest way of connecting to others. It's not a
No.
heart-based way of
No.
connecting.
It's I can imagine a lot of relationships have broken down during this phase, so especially a lot of people who weren't spending a lot of time together and then they're forced together. And for some people, it's just too much, absolutely too much. I can understand it. For other people, it made the connection even better.
Yes, because it all depends from where you were establishing the relationships.
Mm,
So you're establishing from your it's I think it's the dorsal vagal, the one that innervates. I can't remember now. I think it is. It innervates the what's beneath the diaphragm, which is
yes.
the survival mechanism. It's the reptilian brain, and then the mammals develop the ventral vagal, which is heart based, which has more to do with, and also not only it connects the heart, but it connects the face. So our social adaptation, our ability to engage socially with others, and our facial expressions and smiling and all this are an evolution from the reptilian brain. And that is what helps us to connect in a different way. But the way we've been connecting to others in our society and our industrialized society is via the dorsal vagal. It's like I'm insecure, I'm running away from everybody, and I need to control, but we weren't really being human. We weren't really being hard connected. It also has a lot to do with, like, religion has taught us to um, that in essence we are bad, which is not true. In essence, we are good. So when people are left to their devices, they connect to the goodness within, not with the badness.
Very, very interesting. I agree with this. I agree with this. And I think that if we can start become more heart centered, communicated through our heart, and I agree with you. It's learning to understand. It's that it is about we. It's not. It's about us together. It's about how we harmonize together. I think it's the most important part. Lovely.
Yeah.
Okay, it's 11:39 here in Spain. It's probably 10:39 in the UK, and different time wherever you are if you're somewhere else. And yes, I know Irene out there. You're from Australia, and it must be. I imagine it's about 7. No, 8:40, something like that. Anyway, in the evening. Right. Okay, let's do a bit of this, and then we've got some people to chat to. Okay, so first up here, we've got, thank you very much, guys, for writing in. We've got Irene. Irene comes in first of all. And she says here that she was, I just put that up there. This is lovely clip. I know you meant that, your previous clip, but yes, thank you very much. Right, okay, you, 28th of 7th, 1979, colour blue. What path can I take to give me financial independence? Is there something I was born to do? I was born to be alive. Born to be alive. Da, 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 da. All right. Okay. All right. Let's do a little bit of this. There we go. Good. Okay. So first of all, color blue. Color blue. First of all, here the first thing I'd say to you here is straight away is by the energy of a blue is not taking yourself too seriously. That's the first part. The other part here is there's this very 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 nice lady who's come in here, and she's a very funny. I get a very strong Gemini energy with her because I've picked up that's where she was. So talk about a June birthday, May June birthday, and also what I pick up with her as well with her here is she was as scatty as they come. A really funny, lovely lady, bouncy as anything. Just hair is all over the place, and she is just she is nuts. She's just nuts. Right, yes, and what I pick up here too is her thing to say to you here is she's said to be here is you're scattering energies like that, so they're going out far and wide. And she's saying to be here to say to you that, and some of these are like worries. They keep that could happen, that could happen, that could happen, that could happen. Yeah, they possibly could. About worry, about anxiety, when really we should be looking like this and going, I'm firing my arrow off in that direction, and off I go. So it's learning to distract from this to go forward. She's saying to me here too, she says here, don't look at the areas where you want support that isn't supportive. Yes, don't look at those areas because there's not going to be any. And also here, you want to ask why, and really, the answer isn't in the answer for you is to be yourself. The answer why you're feeling like this is because it's other people's issues, not yours. And she's saying to me here, she's just saying here about family. I'm not going too much about family, but she wants to say to me here that she really feels um, sometimes here it's good not to belong. It's good to be different. It's good to be separate here. Mm. Katrina Maria, thank you very much. There's my Pisces 60 months. We also need your date, the year of birth. Year of birth. That'd be great to be able to do that. But yes, what would you like to say to Irene or Irene? I like Irene, the Italian version. Irene.
Hmm. So Irene has Italian or Spanish, Irene. Irene has
Yeah, Irene.
Sun, Mercury, and Jupiter in Leo, and then Lilith, North Node, Saturn, Moon in Virgo. So it's a lot about Leo Virgo energies, no? Um, so Leo energy, and what it begs for is to really show yourself in the world. Doesn't mean that you have to go on a stage in public or anything like that. It means that you have to shine your light, be yourself, be your singular individual self. And then you have a
Yes.
couple other individuation aspects like I think it was Chiron with Uranus, and Saturn was there too, I think. Yeah, Chiron, Saturn, and a few other aspects that talk about the importance of you becoming you and showing you to the world. So how do we do this normally? Through some creative endeavor. It could be artistic, it could be musical, but with all that Virgo energy, it should be technical. Okay. The thing is, with the combination you have here, you could tend to be overcritical in perfectionist. So you would try to like and have a need to control everything, and that takes away from your creativity. So it's important that you use that Virgo energy not to control and have everything in its place, but to develop a technique that can allow your creative expression to flow through. So you can do this in any sort of way. Like I said, it could be painting, it could be, there's also a lot of imagination. There's a Neptune with Jupiter. So that helps in Mercury, Jupiter. There's a lot of imagination that you can use
Yep.
to be able to express yourself creatively.
Yep.
Also, cooking could be a good idea. There's a Venus in Cancer conjunct the moon. So cooking is also a good idea. Anything that is homey or home based, and that connects you to feelings and sensation. There's a Chiron in Taurus, and that allows you through that creativity based on a technique, on a skill, to connect to others and be of service to others.
Very nice indeed. So it is interesting there, and I agree with you. And I think if we are feeling free and happy with this, it's great. However, your cards here are very focused on peers. The people that you think mean the most to you, or where they're going, or how you're supported. And I can see it's not been easy. However, this is the interesting one. The overarching card which is showing around you is the Nine of Diamonds that you've got here. It's a lovely card. And the Nine of Diamonds is very much about, you'll see financial strength coming back into your life very, very soon. Yes. Financial strength starts to come back in, and you're going, oh, I don't need to worry about other people, need support from other people. I'm all right on my Jackie Jones. And doing as you're saying here, bring out the techno creativity. And actually, I know already you've got something there with that. You really have. Yes. Marvellous. Marvellous. Okay, let's go and pop down the road. Let's go and have a look to, she says here, thanks, Phil. Yes. Okay. Guiomar, thank you. Right. Debs Harris, she comes on here. She says, oh dear. Right. Okay. We've got the colour red, and why am I the black sheep of the family? Ooh, why am I the black sheep of the family? Now, if I go for the colour reds and I'm picking up here, what you're going through at the moment doesn't start in the siblings where you are. It doesn't start with the family above you. It starts with the family above you there. That's where it starts. So this is very much to do with a need to do with ancestral healing, and very much a need to be proud to be the black sheep, rather than trying to change, rather than trying to dye your coat. And also here, I would say with this, it's interesting here because you're forging a pathway that no one else wants you to go down. It's almost like you've got the people trying to build a motorway, and you're saying, yeah, guys, you go off and build a motorway. I'm going to build my own. They're going, hey, I'm here. We want you to build ours. You're going, no, this is the one I want. So it's different to everyone else's. So,
Yeah.
but very, very much, and I can understand the red, but the red is energetic, but don't make it exhaustive. Sometimes it's great to be you. And we need to turn the tail here around the other way and say here, hey, or you don't have to put it that way, you can go that way. It's about being proud of who you are, loving what you're doing, and if people, you don't need to try and get on with people, let people get on with you.
Yeah. The thing is, Debs, is there's a bit of a codependency issue there. It's 3 planets in Scorpio, which also give you the link to the ancestors, to the Moon, Neptune, and Venus.
Yes.
So you can be very lost in past relationship or karmic relationships.
Yep.
Also, Lilith with Venus also reinforces this, and the need to individuate with the Sun and Sag, with Uranus and Chiron. So there's a strong need to find yourself in and like Phil said, it's not about you being different. It's about life has given you that opportunity or that excuse so you can individuate and let go of karmic relationships and of karmic old ways of relating to others, to be more yourself. Saturn in Aquarius also, and Lilith is in Capricorn with Mercury, which also talks about it's important to, like, if you anything that is symbolic, like numerology, like astrology, like tarot, whatever, that's going to help your mind to be more flexible and see things in a different way, because it's important that you individuate your mind, that you think differently from where you come from to be more you. So as Phil said, it's not bad being the black sheep. That's your gift, the gift that life has given you, so you can be easier to be you.
Be the black sheep. Don't even, why am I the black sheep? Because you are. and to embrace it and let everybody else think, hang on a minute, maybe they need to be black sheep rather than white sheep. But here we go. Right, okie dokie. Let's have a little look here through your cards.
Sagittarius is a bit of like the trailblazer. It's the person who opens new paths.
Yeah. Yes. Now, well, you've got choices here, though, haven't you? You got choices. Your cards have come out with choices, and it's what choice you want to do. But it's about making sure things are working better for you. And also, one of your cards here, which is the Nine of Clubs, is saying here, well, first of all, just slowly work through. Be nice to you, but take things step by step. You definitely got choices. Your Seven of Hearts here. You got choices about what you want to do for yourself, but here's the interesting one. The King of Hearts comes through. There's a love around you which is going to help you somewhere. Yes, it's going to help you somewhere. So I feel this is not about loss in any way, shape, or form, or for you to feel that you should be different. I feel you should be important. Mm. And also spiritual people, anybody who's got anything, worked anything through spirituality, anything like this, is has never had an easy life. Not an easy life. Their life has thrown everything possible at them, but through that, there's a greater awakening spiritually. Right. Okay. I've always had the. Oh God, it's Katrina. Sorry, it's not Katrina. Beg your pardon. I come back. Sorry, I thought that was you there, Debs. Right. Come on to others just a second. Okie dokie. Let's go and have a little chat to Lisa Morgan. And Lisa Morgan, she writes in here and she says, "Love path, please. Color blue, and where energies are going this way." Okay, Lisa. Let's have a little look here. Um, First of all, what I'd like to say here is you've got, yeah, you do like to help people. You do like to, because your first numbers, your numerology, like to help people a great deal. In fact, you've got an 11 there, which is interesting, and then you've also got the three afterwards, make it 14, uh, and then you've got yes, there's a 27 about you, 279. You're not here to go and work with people to go and um, they've got to give back to you. Unfortunately, your nine energy is about heartless giving. Heartless giving. In other words, here you're there to give without one needing anything or expecting anything back, apart from people who want to give back. So I would say here, when you're looking at a love path, it's about being very careful that you don't mix with the people that you give all the time, but you're not getting anything back. You want something back. You need some back, understandably. Your blue color here is I'd say here you're wise enough now, really wise enough now that you're seeing this very clearly, and that to not hold this back, thinking why am I not getting anywhere, but to say if they're not right, they're not right. If they're not right, they're not focusing on me. They're not doing this right. I think here there's a sensitivity about you, which is your heart number, which is number 2, and which is we're looking at relationships. When your personality number is a 7 here, says you know what you need. Don't push for something that doesn't work.
Hmm.
Go on then.
Also, again, the general themes of in the importance of independence. Also, South Node in Scorpio comes from a very uh, interlinked type of relationship, but with Saturn in Scorpio opposing or in conjunction with that South Node, uh, hairy past life experiences in that sense. So there's a lot
Yes.
of
Yes.
karmic trauma related to relationships in regards to relationship. Um, and yet you have to learn to trust. So your big issue here is to be able to trust others. But there's this imprint of being hurt karmically in past lives, which doesn't allow you to trust. So what can you do? Build trust in yourself. It's not about, I always say, it's not about learning to put limits. It's about learning so much what you need that you don't need to set limits anywhere.
Okay. Yes. Yes, yes, makes sense. I don't get don't get nothing back, but just can't seem to walk away.
Because the moon in Pisces is treacherous. It once it makes you magnetized toward relationships where either you're taken care of or you take care of somebody. um Whereas the high vibration of this moon is very giving and compassionate, but in a global sense. Normally when we Lisa, when we give to somebody, normally, even though we're not aware of it, it's because we want something back from that person, because we want attention, because we want acceptance, because we want love back from that person, even though it's just a little bit, right? But
Yeah.
that creates very yucky relationships. So the idea is that the more you give yourself, whatever gives you pleasure and makes you feel good, like just choosing all the little things, choosing for yourself anything that makes you feel good, that makes you comfortable, taking care of yourself, taking care of your body, then you won't be so needy in relationships, and that's going to improve a lot the type of relationships that you're going to have.
I think it's very interesting. I think it's especially with the Saturn and South Node there. It's about sometimes be careful of self sabotage as well. Sabotage is something could be, and there's also knowing your self worth, what you've got, and
Hmm.
um, if you were to stand as the third person on this, Lisa, how would you advise yourself? If you were to stand back for yourself, looking at yourself, what would you want to say to you that is going to make things better for you? How it work and why you would do that? Because it's very much about balance in this particular situation that you're in at the moment. And it's balance of you. It's bringing balance back to you rather than just it's a scales are one sided like this. And why does the other person not want to give? What is it that makes is say here? And where's the bit sometimes here that says here? Sometimes things don't work. Sometimes things don't work, and it's to accept that, but to know that in your own heart, for your own soul, for your own purpose here, if your soul was free, what would it do? Mm. Yes, that was very interesting. Actually, it's a very interesting set. Now we got a few minutes left actually, and Katrina Marie, she says here she would like a reading. I'll just work on this very quickly, and we could get this one done as well. She's gone for this. Katrina Marie, she says general reading, please. Um, Right. Okay. Right. I also would say here that in this particular time at the moment where we're going through this Mercury retrograde, we've got Jupiter. Everything is magnified. Everything is more intense. It's like everything else becomes everything else is like it's outside of the room. But all we're focusing on are these particular dilemmas or particular problems, which are make them they're made to look bigger than what they are. If that
Yeah,
makes sense, guys.
so we can see them eat quicker
Yes.
and deal with them in a more conscious way, no?
Yes,
So
yes,
and
absolutely.
you see the relationship, how like it all has to do with relationships and where you're relating to others from, individuation, like of codependency. It's very much a theme of the year, but it's like again, this little time gap that we're in is very much putting the accent on that.
Yes.
Where are we creating relationships from? And by the way, Phil, what's Katrina's birth date?
16th to the 3rd, 1962.
Okay.
We've got another Pisces. Yes, lovely. Right, okay, as we're doing this, as you're working out those little bits, I'd just like to, I like to work with numerology because this is interesting. In your numerology chart, you're a 3-0, or let's call you a 3. 3, first of all, here. And we were talking about Neil Diamond earlier on. We were talking about it's not about you, it's not about me, it's about we. And if you imagine a triangle coming together and being like this, over here you got other people or a person, and then you've got this collective on top. That's the interesting part here that connects. And it's about what purpose are my friendships, relationships, and what are they in my life? What's important? In your previous life with a number 3 energy, your life was probably quite chaotic. And in some respects, you're bringing back order. You're also bringing back intelligence in this one to learn, to understand people, and to work with the higher consciousness. That's the interesting part. Because once you understand this, we understand why people do things, and you can either walk away, understand whatever it is you want to do, or help. And in this particular year, you're in a 6th year. Wow, this is all about loving, healing, helping people to come together, helping to heal wounds, helping to love, to give, to care. It's a very caring number here. And if we look about, if it, say for instance, that the manager to a low self-esteem workforce and he's a number 6, he's going to try everything possible to bring back self-esteem, confidence, happiness in the working family. He's a great man, probably a great woman, being able to bring up that energy and say, hey, come on, let's find ways to connect, to get on. This is your energy which you're working through this year. Hopefully that helps. What would you like to say?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so Katrina is Sun in Pisces and a Moon in Leo. So with the North Node in Leo, so it's an interesting combination because this Sun in Pisces is like in a past life you use your ego too much, and in this one you have to. just think more collectively than personally. But that moon in Leo, poof, it really, with an aspect to Venus, a trine to Venus, really wants to, oh, and also an aspect to Mars and Pisces. So you really want to get that attention. So it's interesting because that's going to make it more difficult, even though your north node is in Leo, and so you do have to go towards a more Leo type personality, but high Leo, which is doing things from the heart and leading cheerfully, leading others cheerfully. So the only way you're going to get the attention that you want is basically by being more you, radiating more you, being happier, and that's how you'll get the attention. But if you drop down into and just like stay in your mind, or step back, then the Pisces will kick in. And what happens normally when Pisces gets out of balance and sacrifices itself, what happens is that you do something to draw people's attention. So
Yeah.
how can we draw people's attention? Well, either just cry or be flashy or have an illness, or I don't know. There's many different ways of unconsciously drawing people's attention, but if you catch yourself doing that, it's because your energy is out of balance and you're not being the heart,
Yes.
the leader from the
Yes.
heart that you're meant to be.
Yes. Interesting, actually. She says that, oh my goodness, I work with kids and I am a positive person in nature. Yeah, I agree with you. I totally agree with you. And I think here that that three energy of yours, understanding people, I can imagine the Leo side with you being the person who comes over, works with kids, and gets people to be enthusiastic is
Yeah,
magic. And your six
yeah,
energy this year is probably a great year working with people to bring that happiness and with your positive nature. Fantastic.
yeah,
Fantastic.
perfect.
Good, good, good. She just says here, I've been a bit out of things over the past 2 weeks, but I feel I'm coming back to positivity. That's the times, and I think everybody would say that too. Brilliant.
Yeah,
Brilliant, guys. Okay. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. We thoroughly enjoyed your company. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you next Wednesday with the Spiritual Astrology Show. On this Friday, I am joined by Taryn Sandbrook. We do the Moon and the Heart. It's all about the Moon series and the Heart series. And then on Sunday at 8 o'clock EU, 7 p.m., I'm live on Instagram at Cafe Clairvoyance and doing live readings there. So come along, join us, and see you on the different shows there. But Guiomar, give our love to everybody over there in Javier, and we'll
yep,
see you very, very soon. But in the
yep.
meantime, let's do a bit of this and see you guys soon. Loads of love
Bye,
and loads of burgers. Loves and
bye.
burgers. Bye, 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 bye.